Hey, hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today I'm taking you to my little trip for 72 hours plus to Lisbon in Portugal. We landed in the Lisbon airport, and from there, we went straight to our Airbnb that was located in the neighborhood called Alfama. It's a very, very cute neighborhood with lots and lots of hills, so ups and downs, and walking a lot, but it's super cute. And after dropping our stuff, we went straight to the city center. We had a little walk to the Praça do Comércio, which means business square, and after that, we had a little walk to the Rua Augusta Street, which is a very, very famous street there, full of things to do, restaurants, stores, little shops, and lots of places to eat the famous Pastel de Belen. After our little walk, was already time to have dinner, and I was absolutely excited to finally try the famous francesinha sandwich and also the bifama sandwich, which was not that nice. I mean, the francesinha was incredible, but the bifama sandwich was not that cool. A little bit dry, the bread was right, maybe next time. And then we slept and got ready for our second day, which was much more exciting. So we headed to the other side of the city, and then we saw the Jeronimos Monastery, which is such a beautiful place. I highly recommend you guys to do that. We got the Lisbon Pass, which I believe we pay around 30 euros, and then you have a big list of places that you can go and check, and also the transportation was free. So if you ever go to Lisbon, I highly recommend to get this pass. It's super worth, and visiting only two places already pay for the card. So I highly recommend you guys to do it, please. The Jeronimos Monastery is a very historic place and super beautiful. It took us around 40-50 minutes to walk inside and check everything. Plus, that big queue that took us around 50 minutes waiting. So, in total, more or less 1 hour and a half, 1 hour 40 minutes in there. And after that, we went straight to the Bellen Towers, which was such an impressive view. It's such a beautiful place. It's something I highly recommend you guys to visit. And when we were there, we also had the Pastel de Belen, which is the Portuguese tart. So sorry guys, I forgot to record us eating that, but I highly recommend you. It was one of the best Portuguese tarts that we had. And they had a massive range of pastries, like things that you can eat only in Portugal. They were everything delicious. And yes, if you ever go there, I highly recommend. Even if it has like a little queue in there, do the queue, stay on the queue, and eat the pastries because it's really, really worth it. After that, we got into the cute tram and we went straight to the Alex Factory, which is an art center that I highly recommend you guys to visit. It's a very, very beautiful place with cute stores and lots of places to eat as well, but the food there got me a little bit disappointed. There's not many authentic Portuguese stuff, and it's a little bit overpriced for my point of view. And the food that we had, we ended up eating in this place called Central da Avenida, but was seriously overpriced. I had just a toast with ghost cheese and jam, and I paid almost 15 euros for that, and was not that delicious. Very basic food, so maybe it was my choice. But we're checking other places to eat, and to be honest, nothing really made me want to try. So maybe just go and check this place. I wouldn't recommend to have food in there, but absolutely go and check because it's very, very beautiful and they have really nice stores in this art center. So after lunch, we head straight to the city center to walk a little bit more there. And then we got up with our Lisbon Pass into the Ark the Rua Augusta, which will have a very beautiful view from the city. And if you have the pass, I highly recommend. If you don't, it costs around 6 to 7 euros, something like that. And then it's a beautiful view from the city, but you stay there for only 10-15 minutes. So it's better if you have the Lisbon Pass, and then it's worth. Otherwise, I wouldn't really recommend you guys to. And obviously, after visiting there, we had to the Manteigaria, which is the famous chain that they make one of the best Portuguese tarts in Portugal. and it was delicious. You could see the chefs prepping everything, and it's like such a mesmerizing view. It was incredible to see that, especially for me because I'm a chef, and the pastry tastes absolutely delicious. And I'm gonna rank for you guys the best pastries that we had in there. In another video, you're gonna be able to see that. But this one was definitely on our top five. And after enjoying our pastry, we went to check one of the famous stores for canned or tinned seafood. And then they had so many different types of seafood in a tin. It was like so incredible. It was definitely overpriced. You'll pay around 10 euros for each can, but it's definitely a souvenir to take home, especially if you cannot get those things in your own country. As I live in Spain, for me it's super easy to find those things, so I didn't take anything, but you can find from lobsters to scallops to mackerels, and especially sardines, because canned sardines are a big thing in Lisbon. And after checking it, we had to our last stop of the day, and it was the São Jorge Castle, or Castelo de São Jorge. And we went there for our last stop and also to see the sunset, which was absolutely incredible. And again, we did everything in this day with the Lisbon Pass. And as I've mentioned to you guys, if you pay that, you can go to any place that you want, and it will cost you only 30 euros. And just to visit the São Jorge Castle, you're gonna pay from 15 to 20 euros, depends where you buy your ticket. It's definitely worth to get the Lisbon Pass. We got an amazing view from the city. You can see everything, and it's unbelievably beautiful. And it was so fun that they had so many peacocks walking around. It was like mesmerizing. The colors they have, they were so friendly and cute. And walk around the castle, it was absolutely beautiful. It takes you back in time, makes you feel you are living in a different age, and it's just unbelievable. And once we finished our visit, we went to check the supermarket, because you guys know me already. Every time I travel, I must visit the supermarket. It's one of my touristic things that I do to every single city that I visit. I like to check what they sell, what they eat, because for me, this is one of the things that you get to really know a culture, knowing what they eat, what they like to eat, what they consume, what they can find in the supermarket, and especially because you can always find new stuff that you have never seen before, and it's absolutely awesome. They had so many different types of wines in there. It was also snail season, so you have like different sizes of snails to buy in there. And then every restaurant you go, they also have this to offer you. I didn't get to try, but it was pretty awesome. And yes, and then that was it for our second day in Portugal. We went back to our Airbnb and we rested and got ready for our third day. So on our third day, we went back to the Augusta Street, Rua Augusta, to eat more pastries, because when in Portugal, my loves, you gotta eat a lot of pastries. Don't go there if you're on a diet. And if you are, stop being on a diet, because it's Portugal and you have to try their amazing pastries. They had just so many different types of pastries that I've never seen before, even though I'm Brazilian, and in São Paulo we had a few Portuguese pastry shops, but still, like, they never had that big amount of pastries. It's overwhelming. You want to try everything, but obviously you cannot try everything because it's just so many. But it's so unbelievable. I got to try a few different stuff on this trip that I've never seen before. And one of the things that I really love trying is this little yellow thing here that is called, so it was called Docinho do Céu, which means a little piece from the sky, something like that. And this was so delicious. And as you guys probably already know, most of the pastries in Portugal, they are made with lots and lots of egg yolks, so it's very egg yolk flavor, but I really enjoyed this flavor. And after getting our pastries, we went to check this little cute street market in the Praça Dom Pedro, or Dom Pedro's Square. And it's such a cute square, and with this little vendors, they had lots of cute stuff there. And again, for me, this is made for tourists, and everything was a little bit too overpriced. You could see a few authentic Portuguese stuff in there, but the prices were a little bit too much for my point of view. And I was traveling low budget, so I didn't get anything. But what really caught my attention in there was this amazing sandwich that is called Sandes da Serra, which is made with this famous cheese that is from there. It's a very Portuguese cheese, and in Brazil you can also find this cheese. So with this famous cheese called Queijo Serra da Estrela, which is a DOP famous cheese from Portugal. They had the denomination of origin protection, and it's a really really tasty cheese. It's very melty. It has a mild flavor. It's absolutely incredible, and they sell the sandwich everywhere. It was also overpriced. I didn't get to try the sandwich this time, but I can also find this cheese here in Spain, so I'm gonna maybe make a video for you guys. But the cheese is absolutely incredible. I've tried before and it's super super tasty. And after visiting this cute market, we started walking randomly around the city. And then we found out this bakery that apparently is a big chain in there. It's called a Casa Portuguesa. And they had such amazing pastries. We went another time to another one of the same chain and wasn't that good. So this one was absolutely amazing, and I'm gonna leave the address of this one here for you guys. And there I end up getting something that is called queijada de requeijão de cabra, type of pastry with cheese, egg yolks, and lots of sugar. And apparently they also have a different one that has a crust on the outside. But the one with the crust I didn't like that much, but I got the one that I loved and was one of the best pastries I've tried in Portugal. I even got the recipe. I'm gonna definitely make a video for you guys with this one because it's so 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 tasty. And this reminds me a lot about something that we used to eat in Brazil back on the days of my childhood. That was called queijadinha. So it's like quite similar name, and I think like maybe a similar base. The one in Brazil they used to put coconut as well, but this one there was no coconut. But yeah, but quite similar. I can get where it came from. And after our little stop to eat pastries, we walked head to the famous Timeout Market. And the market has so many things. It's kind of big. But to be really, really honest for you guys, I found that this was more of a touristic stop than rather than like a something authentic. The prices were very touristic for sure, and well, they had the food, they were okay. I got to try the duck with rice. Was just okay, nothing special. It's a big venue in there, but to be honest, I didn't feel like eating more than that because I didn't know the prices and didn't feel very authentic. So I was just like, I recommend the visit, but maybe try to eat somewhere else if you want to. And after that, we checked on the maps that there was a street called Pink Street, only a few minutes from the Timeout Market. And then we went there to check how was the street. Super cute, very, very small. It has only a few meters to walk around, but was super cute. Was very nice walking there. They have a few restaurants, but same thing, very touristic thing. And then after that, we found out another Casa Portuguesa, and then we stopped again to eat more. Because we couldn't have enough pastries for this trip. I told you guys already, in Portugal you have to eat lots of pastries. And then we had this little thing here, the queque and the croquete. And the queque we actually thought was almost the same as the queijada, but was not, was more like a cake rather than the queijada. So I didn't really like that much. The croquette was nice, nothing special, but was nice. And then we went for a little walk again. We had to the Avenida da Liberdade, which is a very nice avenue to walk around. It's really long, you walk a lot. And after that, we went for our most exciting dinner to try what was supposed to be the best francesinha in town. And guys, I must tell you that this was seriously the best francesinha we had. Obviously, I just had one before that, but this one was so good. It's really, really good. And what was even nicer about this place is that they had like different types of francesinha, like you could choose. The dish was very big. I ended up sharing with my friend. Really, really, really good. We arrived there early, so we arrived was around 7 p.m., something like that. So they had spots for us, but I know that this is a place that gets really full, so or you better book ahead of time or arrive early, otherwise you're gonna not be able to eat in there. And after this amazing dinner, we head back to our Airbnb and rested, and we got ready for our last day in Lisbon. And on the last day, we were fully focusing on pastries. We wanted to try more and more pastries because we couldn't get enough. And then we stopped in this place here that was very disappointing. I ordered what I thought would be similar to the queijada that I had, and it was a very old pastry, probably from the day before. The dough was like not good. I don't know. I didn't like that much. I didn't even finish the pastry. Not worth. This one was definitely a tourist trap, so I don't recommend you guys going there. And then we head again to the Padaria Portuguesa, and we had a pastry there. Was good, not incredible, but was good. The pastry was a little bit too fat for us, but was good. And then for lunch, because we were trying to focus on the pastries and we were still going low budget last day especially, we had to McDonald's for lunch. And the McDonald's over there, they have the bifana, so the famous Portuguese sandwich. And then we were like, maybe the bifana from McDonald's is better, so let's try. And then was, yeah, this is definitely not my type of sandwich. It's very, very simple, very dry sandwich. It's basically just bread with a piece of pork, and that's it, like nothing special. So maybe someone likes, well, people like in there, but not me. But good experience. And then we had to the best, seriously, the best Portuguese tart we tried in the whole trip. This place was incredible. And it was just beside McDonald's, and we went there because they had this prize saying that they got awards by like a best Portuguese pastries in the town for the year 2000 something. And then we were like, okay, let's check this place out because we couldn't see this place in our list. And that was like seriously the best. You can see like the texture of the pastry is so flaky, so fresh. The inside, the filling is so, I don't know, it's so yummy. It's like it's the flavor that I like, the texture that I like. It's very liquidy. It's not like it's not too jelly-like texture. It was absolutely incredible. This was seriously our top one Portuguese tart in the whole town, at least the ones we tried. And as our last touristic stop, we went to check the Carmel Archaeological Museum, which was unbelievably beautiful. We didn't get inside. You had to pay to get inside, and we didn't have enough time to sing there. So we decided to not get inside, just walk around in the free area. And you also have a very beautiful view from the city, something that I highly recommend. And if you do have some time left, definitely go and get inside and check more. It's something that we'll definitely do for our next trip to Lisbon, because we are definitely going back to the city. And then for our real last stop, we had to eat a last Portuguese tart because we knew that we wouldn't have more after that. So we went to this one place that was so good as well, and it's definitely on our top 5 best Portuguese tarts in the city. This was so good, so flaky, so buttery. The inside was like different than the other one that I found the best one, but because I prefer a more liquidy texture, this one was a little bit harder. The flavor was so good. You could taste a lot the butter. The smell of this place when you get inside is like crazy good. But this was our last stop in Lisbon. After that, we had to grab our luggages and went straight to the airport and go back home. And that's it. This was our 72 plus hours in Lisbon. I hope you guys liked, and stay tuned for my next trip and for my next Portuguese recipes for you guys. See you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and everything else. Thank you. Bye.